Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that you use, shall it be measured back to you again.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to CSI Live Tuesday night. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, everybody. Welcome to CSI Live. This is Pastor Bettina Moffitt, and I'm here with Elder LaFlora, Jacinta LaFlora, and we're going to get into, I forgot your name, girl, your first
What?
name.
It's hey, it feels like a Monday. You know it's Tuesday, so it's okay.
Yes, it's okay. Okay, so we are here at our CSI Live Tuesday night, and I just want to thank you so much for joining us. I wanted tonight to do an interview about mercy showers, and I know a lot of people believe that because I'm the one that's always going live, and I'm the one that's like, mercy showers, mercy showers, mercy showers, that, that it was my idea, but actually it was not my idea. Okay. And so tonight I have the mastermind, the visionary of mercy showers, and that is our very own Elder Jacinta LaFlora. So before we get into talking to her about mercy showers and how this all, came about, I want to thank you for joining. And of course, we're going to ask you to do what everybody that goes live asks you to do, and that's to like and share. Let somebody know that ODC is on for our CSI Live. And so, like and share this video, invite somebody, because although it's not a Bible study, you're going to be blessed, and that I can promise you that you will be blessed. So just like and share. But now I digress, and I go back to what I wanted to talk about tonight. So everybody, like I said, believe because I'm the one that's doing the live, I'm taking the pictures, and I just get super duper excited that possibly I was the one that thought of mercy showers. Well, that is not true. Okay, when mercy showers first came about, I never even heard of a portable shower for a homeless community. I didn't understand it. And I'm a visual person, so I have to see what you're talking about. And so I want to back it up a little bit and talk about how we came to be, because and then I want us to give a shout out to our volunteers this year that helped us, help Mercy Showers be everything that it is and it was and it's going to be already in advance. During COVID, I got COVID not long after COVID hit, and so I was at home. I was in the hospital. Then I was at home I was out of work anywhere between 4 to 5 months with COVID because my breathing was off, and I kept on testing positive, and it was just a hard time for me. In the midst of that, our executive pastor at the time, Dr. Erica Hendricks, she held down ODC while I stayed home, and Elder LaFlora, um, our intercessory team, just everybody just came together and just made sure the Overcome Deliverance Center was still visible, was still streaming live while I was at home recovering. So whenever I emerged from COVID, I remember thinking about when I was at home with COVID, how my family and my friends basically went grocery shopping. They got me anything that I wanted, anything. It went from, not what you need, but girl, what you want. And so in the midst of that, I thought that would be so nice to be able to do, to have money that that we're able to provide that groceries for for other people, especially the elderly and the people that were handicapped, so that we could provide them with that service as well. So when I came out of COVID, I heard that the city was giving grants out during the pandemic for nonprofits. And so I told the church that we were going to apply for this grant. I heard the grant, I believe you could get up to like $100,000 or something like that. And so we knew So outside of us saying we wanted to get a grant to feed people, I was like, well, what else do we want to do? And this is when Elder LaFlora sent me a YouTube video of these homeless these portable showers in, I think, in California. Yeah. And so she sent me this video. She was like, I want to do, she said, I really feel like this would be a good opportunity. This is what I really want us to do. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. So you have been thinking about the showers for a while.
For some years. I can remember back when I used to work at the hotel at Crestwood on 68. That was so many years ago. I remember sitting at the front desk, and like I said, we grew up with our mom and dad showing us how to do outreach. So we always been outreach-based church. So I was sitting behind the front desk, and I was just like, Lord, how do I want to help the community, homeless community out? Without just giving them food. Yeah, they need food. We know they need clothes. And he was just like, I was sitting behind the front desk, and he gave me portable showers for the homeless. I said, okay, Lord, how do I do that? Because like you, I knew they had shower trailers that they take when they have like disasters and stuff like that, but you don't really, you see it on TV, but you don't really dig into it on how to do it. So, and I was like, Lord, I don't know about that. And I remember looking out into the lobby at the hotel, and he was like, you can do it. And I was just like, so I wrote it down. Like I said, all those years ago, and I just I wrote it down, never did anything with it. I said, okay, Lord, whenever. And I honestly forgot all about it. Wow. I wrote it down, and it was like during the pandemic, I was just, like I said, we was all shut up at home, and I was just like, you seeing the people, dropping food and just dropping things that the people need because everybody was scared to go outside. And I was sitting at home, and the Lord brought it back to my remembrance. And I was just like, okay, God. I said, God, I forgot all about that, Jesus. So I try to find my notes that I wrote down on my, and I was like, okay. So I just kind of just dug into it and just kind of wrote down, research on, okay, so Lord, what is that? I said, Lord, okay, I know the shower trailers are so much money. I said, so Lord, okay, if I don't have the money to do the trailer, I said, right now, I said, Lord, so show me how to do what you asked me to do. Give me the way to do it.
And so now we fast forward to us applying for the grant. And so whenever you apply for the grant, you had to tell them how you were going to spend the money before you got the money. And so Elder LaFlora, she went to work and she started tallying up the costs for everything, tallying up the costs for everything. And so we knew how much it cost. So we just submitted the grant, and we put all the details in there, what we were going to use the money for to feed the Instacart ministry. We knew we were going to do that. And then the other half of the money was going to go towards the Mercy Showers. And I remember I was at work, and I got this email. Honey, let me tell you what. This email came through that we got that grant.
She called me from when I was at work. She was like, girl, we got the money.
Yes, I couldn't really talk. I was like, girl, we got the money. We got the money. I think after I called you, I called Dr. Erica. I was like, girl, we got the money. And then I called First Lady because she don't want nobody to be hungry. Let me tell you one thing about our First Lady. She don't want anybody to be hungry. So I knew that she was going to get excited about it because it was also going to line us up for our food pantry, which we'll launch in the wintertime. And so I was like, girl, we got the money. So when we got the money, the Instacart ministry was pretty easy to get started. Yeah. So that's when we contacted the Department of Social Services. And so they gave us referrals. Now, mind you, we were doing all of this when we were not in a building having church anymore because COVID was still going on. But one thing I tell everybody, and if it's your first time knowing anything about ODC, we were doing outreach before we had a brick and mortar building for church. Right. Our founders were our bishop, which is our father. Let me tell y'all, this is my baby sister, y'all. So not only is she our elder in the church, but she's also our praise and worship leader, and she's my second adjutant. When my first adjutant is not available, she's my second adjutant, and then sometimes I use both of them at the same time, so they just like interchange. But we were doing all of this outreach in the community when Dr. Erica was still streaming live from her house. Mm-hmm. So she was still streaming live from her house because it was still safe. We were not in the building. And so we started on Instacart. Instacart was pretty easy because I had a connection with Department of Social Services already. So we started getting referrals from them. And with Instacart, it was pretty easy to get started because all we needed was like little placards to go in the van to show we the Instacart, and then we were able to deliver to the elderly community. So while we were doing Instacart delivering, and we fed through Instacart, I know it was well over 300, 400
That's
people.
a lot of families.
Yeah,
A lot of people.
and it was, and the Instacart for me was so important, or is still important, because like I told everybody when I was at home with COVID, it just meant so much for me not to have to get what people had. You know, sometimes unfortunately
Right.
when you go to food pantries and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you can only take what they give you and what
Yeah.
they have.
Yeah.
And so the Instacart division for me was, girl, if you want some
Golden Oreos.
Oreo cookies. I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody at church was buying me Oreo cookies. You can get Oreo cookies. So we was doing Instacart. We aligned ourselves with Food Lion, and we would literally call the referrals. Like we were like their online shoppers, their over the phone shoppers, and we would call them and get their grocery list. The people that wasn't working, like First Lady, myself, you, everybody was calling, placing orders, and then we were Instacart anyway. So we were doing that while Elder LaFleur was doing the research on how to get the showers off the ground. So did you ever get discouraged when, I ain't even got to ask that. I know you got discouraged.
Absolutely. 'Cause like I say, when you dig into something new that you never done before, you just try to figure out. I mean, I have watched so many YouTube videos now. Everybody, even online, and most everybody I watched online has already was able to purchase a shower trailer. So even with the lady in California that I sent you the video of, she got city buses donated where she gutted them out and made showers. I was just like, okay, Lord, how I do that? So it was just like a lot of information. I was like, okay, Lord, I don't. And sometimes you get discouraged because you don't see how you can do it. And I know, like I said, I always prayed and said, Lord, if I can't get a bus to gut out, because I'm getting the buses, I think it was pretty much easy because you can get them on auction. Or and I was like, I didn't know that I didn't know how to get the city to donate a city bus because I don't know just the back end of all that paperwork. So I would think about it. So I'm like, Lord, well maybe I need to put it off and just try it again, or just try to figure out a way to get enough money to actually buy the shower, because I don't want people to think, why they trying to do that and they don't have like the trailer. So I was just like, okay. So I definitely got discouraged in the process, in the beginning, in the middle, all the way around. Cause like things come when you do what God tell you to do. Of course, things are going to pop up to try to discourage you. So, it was definitely on times I had this was discouraged, and different times I said, okay, well, I'm just gonna put it to the back burner and revisit it once we get enough money, or I thought about that too, but God was like, no, 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 no. So I kept on researching. I seen the shower tent. So I was like, okay, maybe I can do the shower tent. He's like, well, get a tent. So I went through that whole process, and that didn't work.
No, it did not work. That was a disaster. First of all, because if it was any wind, that tent was going
That
away.
tent was going
and them
away.
people was going to be standing out there exposed. So the tents, I don't even think the tents lasted. They didn't even get a trial run. We tried them in the backyard, and when that didn't work, that was over.
Yeah, we tried. I mean, we was at Dr. Erica's house, and we tried it. And my pastor, like I said, I'm a visual learner as well, but when it comes to things, she is really visual. She's like, I don't see it. You got to show me. Even Dr. Erica was like, okay, I see what you're saying, but you got to show me. So when I ordered, me and Sister Kim ordered this tent, and she was like, what's happening? She was like, where they supposed to take a shower at? Because it came like with a shower head and a water bag, and she was just like, I don't know. She was like, well, you just work it out. You just work it out. So we went through we ordered like 3 different types of shower tents that you see, when they go camping. We did 3 of those. Like I said, none of those worked because, like I said, one time we did set it up in the back. It was windy, and it fell down. And Bishop was like, Bishop thing was, I don't want nobody to be exposed. I don't want nobody to be that was his.
That sounded like a lawsuit to him. He was not trying to let nobody's body be shown.
He was like, I don't want to see. We don't want that. So that was like his main concern. Like, I don't want to see nobody naked out there in these streets. So yeah. But
So, and I remember it would be so many times Sister Kim would tell me, encourage Elder LaFleur because she's getting
yeah,
down. And I would look, and she'd just be standing there crying because I wasn't anything
yeah,
working. So I want to ask you, because I don't even know, I remember we was having meetings at the church talking about how we was going to get the showers going
yeah.
because we knew in faith the city had given us the money,
Right.
and we wanted to be faithful to what they gave us the money to do. So we would have meeting after meeting about how we could get the showers going because we knew that it was going to be seasonal. So we was like, we got to get it going before the summer. So I don't even know who thought about looking up like a porta potty,
I
like a
did.
shower.
So,
Oh, see there, she thought about that. I ain't even know about that.
so after the tents wouldn't work, I was so happened on Amazon, and y'all know I think the phones be listening because I don't know, but I was on Amazon looking for something totally different, and on my thread popped up this. It was a pink portable shower. I was like,
Oh,
oh my! I said like a porta potty, and I clicked on the link, and it was actually a shower, and I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. I said, I wonder can we get some of those and use those?
mm-hmm.
So I went back on Amazon. I pulled it up and I showed Bishop, and then. And he was like, well, I said, well, Amazon, I don't know if I want to get it off Amazon because you just never know or stuff like that. So I started researching. I put in just porta like because usually like I said they look like porta potties. So I put up companies that sold those, and I got online and researched to see if they also have something that's like a shower, and that's how I found the one that we order. They sell the showers, and they have the ones that they just run cold water, and they have the ones that was heated. So that's kind of how like I said, I was on Amazon and this popped up, and I was just like, So that just made me go outside of Amazon and go to like the companies who actually make those and see what they had online. That's how I found the one that we ordered, and they had them on sale.
They had. I remember that they had them on. I do remember that because we was talking about the money, and yeah. So we were excited they were on sale, and then we just started ordering. We started ordering everything like the washcloths, the soap, the hygiene bags. Now all of these things, I'm trying to tell y'all, Pastor Moffitt is. Even down to the underwear. I was like, now how are we going to get the underwear for the
Yeah.
people? Like, but when I tell you God gave her this vision for Overcoming Deliverance Center, I remember I was watching T.D. Jakes a couple of years ago, and T.D. Jakes said that if you find the need in your community, then you want to be the answer to that need. And during the pandemic, the homeless community was displaced so bad because I really think they were trying not to have clusters of people.
Right.
So they moved them around so much. So once we got the porta potties, and not the porta potties, but the portable showers, and we got those set up, we got everything we needed. So now we're going into the very first, because this is actually our second season.
Yes.
But our first season
we
was
only
what?
it was last year. We was only able to do the one at Church Under the Bridge. Cause like I said, it took like I said longer than what I anticipated to get started. Cause I said we had to find the things that worked, even the things to figure out the ways to how to cover the showers up so people won't be exposed. Like we went through so many. About mounting them to the trailer that we have, and I was like, it's just a different long process. We had to buy trucks to be able to pull the showers on. We had to get a trailer to be able to put the showers on. So it was just like longer than expected. That to get started, but we was able to do the one up under a church under the bridge for our first year. So
Yeah.
we was only able to do that one, and then which I think God knew where we needed to have more downtime to get everything together for this year. So yeah.
And I remember whenever we started ordering things for the showers, we started seeing that that's when we really started asking for donations.
Yeah.
Because we knew we needed the trailer. We knew we needed a truck. And we knew we needed just little components that are pricey components.
Yeah.
Like an extra heaters. Like we started knowing we needed all of these things, water tanks and water pumps and generators.
Yeah.
And so the grant money was there, but then we started saying we need extra money because we wanted to be able to have everything that we needed. We didn't want to do a launch and not have everything that we needed. So I remember when I first asked for donations to get the trailer,
Mhm.
the bed trailer, and people started donating. I started getting inboxes, how can we donate? How can we donate? And then when we got the truck, I remember when we got the truck, I
Mhm.
remember I told them about the man that had the truck,
Yeah.
but I just put it in her hands. And I just want to encourage other pastors that, you know, sometimes as leaders, we have to realize when God has gifted someone in a certain area. And so I knew that God had given her this baby. And so I say that to you all the time. This your baby, and if you've ever been out there with us volunteering, I'm there to work. I'm not there to tell her what to do. That's the one time at the showers that she could tell Pastor Moffitt, get somewhere and sit down, get in your lane. I need you over here. You do this and da 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 da. And I be like, okay, because I recognize her as the coordinator and the visionary behind Mercy Showers. And so as a leader, when God showed me that this was something that He gave you and that you had the idea for it, I knew only thing I had to do was just help spread the word. And so that's what I did. I just started spreading the word. I hooked up with City Help of the Triad, which gave me a platform to spread the word. I started going to city meetings, so I could help spread the word. We didn't really know what to do about the water situation, how the water was going to work. So we started asking people that work for Parks and Recreation. And so I knew I would ask her, what do you need me to do? And so she would tell me what she needed me to do. And I felt like that was my place. Like, that's my place. Even now, it's my place to follow what she wants, what God has shown her for Mercy Showers. So then the donations started coming in. So like you say, the first summer we did it, we were only able to give, I think we did like 3 showers that day.
That day. It was 3 showers that day, but mind you, I wasn't disappointed about the 3 showers because, like, you gotta realize in the community, the 3 that came just to see their gratitude was enough. And like to have like I said, a young lady at the home, I never. She was my first shower during that time, the very first one that we gave, and she walked over and she was like, I want to take a shower, and she just broke down in my arms and started to cry. So I just want to be able to wash my hair. And so, like I said, in that day, the first day, it was hectic. I cried because something wasn't working. Like, I was just like, Lord, I was just
You was
so
set up in the dirt, and
yeah,
so it
I
was
was
just
just
like, oh
I
Lord.
got so discouraged because one of the people wasn't coming. I was just like so discouraged at something that was happening. I was just like, and I walked off and I started crying. I was just like, Lord, I know you told me to do this, but why is it not working? And then the young lady comes over and said, I want to take a shower. And she was like, I just want to wash my hair. And she started to cry, hugged me, and said, me, thank you so much for just being out here. And like those three, the 3 people that took a shower, that made my
Look,
day.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
3
that
people.
it was worth all the ups and the downs. It was worth it all. It was worth all the nights I cried myself to sleep because I couldn't figure out how to work. I lost sleep because I was thinking about, Lord, I don't know, I need you. It's not coming together like you showed me. So those 3 showers, the very first time during that first summer was enough for me to do what I had to do for the next following year.
And I remember Elder LaFleur came to me and she was crying and she was like, Pastor Moffitt, she was like, I apologize because I've taken the money and it's not working and we're not the money. And she was just so worried that she had misappropriated the funding and that it wasn't going to work. And I just told her, no, we got this. We just got to dig it out. I want to go back to whenever ODC first started. Me and Dr. Erica did spiritual gifts test.
Yes.
And Elder LaFlora, her first one of her top was like needy, like the helps.
Poverty.
It was called poverty. So she called me. She was like, "What does this mean? Like, am I gonna be broke? Like to serve God? Am I gonna be broke?"
I was like, Lord, I don't want to live in poverty, Jesus. I was so concerned about that.
And me and Dr. Erica assured her, no, that does not mean that that you're going to live in poverty. It just means that the one of the gifts that God has given you is a love for people. To you would give of your own things, like you would take something that you need and give it to somebody else. So I thought about Proverbs 19:17. It says, "Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord."
Oh wow.
Whoever is generous to the poor, you are lending to God. And when you lend to God, it says, and he will repay you for his deed. So now you're lending to God. So now he's indebted to you.
Wow.
And so when you think about the opportunity to be able to be a blessing to someone that is less fortunate than yourself, even if it's nothing but saying, you know what, Pastor Moffitt, I saw the showers. I believe in the showers. I want to help with the showers. I want to volunteer with the showers. Whenever you position yourself to help someone that's needy, that's less fortunate than you are lending to God, because now you are providing a service to that person that that God is saying, I'm going to repay you, because now I'm indebted to you, because you are my hands and my feet in the earth.
That's what I was getting ready to say, Pastor. That's why I always I say, the reason when we pray before we do showers, I always say, Lord, continue to help us to be your hands and your feet in the earth. Because, and I just, I thought about, like, if Jesus was here upon us walking, this is what he would do. Yeah. This is what he would do. So why not do it?
This is my first time hearing about the lady at the first showers, and how those 3 showers, and someone else would look at that as a failure. Yeah. And this is the thing, we got to stop letting people discredit our fruit. Yeah. Because your fruit is your fruit. Yes. And I that's the thing I need everybody to know. People don't know the tears. People don't know how much you cried. People don't know the sweat that you put in to give birth to a ministry like Mercy Showers, to give birth to your business. Like, people don't know that, to give birth to your family, to raise your family. Like, people don't know what it costs you to get your fruit out there. So don't let nobody discredit your fruit, because someone else would have said, oh, y'all just did 3 showers, like that's nothing. Yeah. But you saw the 3 showers as hope to keep on going. Yeah. I'm so glad about that.
Keep on going. And I was like, thank God for Elder Gorm, who was out there, because she seen me kind of just walk off. I think when I was just crying, talking to God, she told me to come in. She hugged me. She said, it's going to work. Mm-hmm. It's going to work. Yes. And so, like I said, it's just to have people around you who believe in your vision, who see your vision, to also be there to encourage you that, it's going to work.
It's going to work. And our very first shower, I remember some of the volunteers that was there on our very first shower, been with us ever since. With us, yes. And so that's like Cecily Medbin, that's like Apostle Chapman, Elder Gorm. Yes. Elder Gorm, she wasn't a member then. Elder Gorm, Ron and his wife, Lucille, like it was Bishop Townsend came out, and that was our very first one. And we just sat there, and we was ready to shower 100 people. Yes. But then number 3 come through the line.
We was ready, though.
We was ready to shower 100 people.
Multitude, we was ready.
And so that's another thing that I'm so grateful. I was online the other day, and I saw Lady Pastor Leah McNair. She posted that that when you're ready for preparation, and I know I'm gonna jack it all up, but it blessed my heart. But anyway, it was basically saying, when you prepare to go to a place, then that place presents itself. Yeah. When you prepare to go to a place, then that place presents itself. And so I believe that's what happened with that first shower, because this season, girl, talk about the showers. This season,
this season has been amazing. I want to shout out to all the people that volunteered.
Look, let's start right there. Let's take a pause for the cause. We about to name drop, and one thing I don't like when people name drop, but we about to do some name dropping, and we're gonna put out. First of all, the first thing we want to thank is who? Our location.
Yes. Thank you for the
The
IRC
and that's the Interactive
Resource
Resource
Center.
Center.
Yes,
Yes.
off Murrah Boulevard. Thank you guys for allowing us to be there as your location.
Yes, because that solved so many. That
That
solved a big
solved.
chunk of our
Yes,
problem that
it
we were
did.
having.
Yes, it did. Trying to find a location where we could go where we wouldn't be too far for the homeless. We want to be where they were and where they know because they already move around a lot on their own and between the city moving them. So just thank God for Elder Gorm and them making that happen. Cause I know I reached out to them last year and it's like it just could just wasn't connecting. So this year I just want to thank God for them and that him seeing that connection through. So
So if you know anybody at the RRC, I have their names in my email, but if you're watching this live tonight and you know anybody in the RRC that works there, that coordinators, directors, like I said, we have all of that in our emails. I don't know their names by heart. Let them know Overcoming Deliverance Center, Mercy Showers is so grateful for them.
so great.
So great for them. So then when we first started, we were doing everything.
Yes.
We as a church, we
Yes.
were doing the feeding, we were setting up the showers, we was putting the clothes out.
Yes.
And then over time, what happened?
We got more people to volunteer and partner with us. So we Bishop Bradshaw and his church came.
Faith Zone came in the
yes,
house.
came. Kingdom Covenant came
Kingdom
through.
Covenant came through.
Who else?
Morgan Support Services
yes,
came through.
Yes, it's just people.
Clara's Heart came through.
Yep, Sister Shamika.
Yep.
Shout out to Miss P, who I work with, who came through to help volunteer.
Zion Hill came through. They
yes,
provided
for
lunches one
meals,
day,
yes.
and these are just my friends. These are just people that we know. We hadn't yet started to really reach out to corporate world to sponsor or be a partner. We just started calling our family and friends, and then people started seeing the lives that I would do or the bishop would do. Elder LaFlora never did a live because she'll be running around getting everything together,
Yes.
and so that's when they started asking questions. So we had Kingdom, we had anybody else. I don't want to miss anybody else that came out.
I'm trying to think like people that just text the line and said
Yep.
they want to volunteer. I can't remember everybody's name.
Brother Scott from City Help of the Triad came
yes,
out.
your manager came.
Yes, Demetrius and Mechanics
From
and Farmers
Farmers
Bank
Bank,
came
yes.
out. It was just people would just be like, "Oh, I want to come. I want to
Yes.
volunteer," and so then we started asking them, well, can you provide lunches?
Yes.
Can you provide this? Because mind you, we still doing this off the grant money that we got years ago. We
Yes.
would just, but now we're seeing, okay, this thing is growing because the first shower in the RRC, how many do you think we did that first Saturday?
That first Saturday, I want to say we probably did about 15.
It was about 15. Because the homeless community, they're going to size you up first. And let's be very clear.
Yes.
So they're going to walk around. They're going to look at the showers. They're going to be like, how I get in here? How does
Yes.
it work? So the year prior to go from 3 to 15,
To 15.
let me tell you something. We were so happy. Let me tell you something. Dr. Erica was out there spraying down the
Yes,
showers.
she was.
I mean, we was wiping down showers. We was so happy because we went from 3 to 15. Like, we only did one last summer, and then this summer we hit the ground with 15 off
15
gate.
out gate.
Yes. And we were out there the RC let us come out there twice a month.
Twice a month. We did every first Saturday and we did every third Sunday. So we was able to give them twice a month. And one thing about the homeless community, like they need consistency. And they look for us and so the very first day we did it at the RSC, to do that 15 and the people they was just so grateful that we was there. If you never rode by the RSC, I encourage you to ride by there so you can see, the ones that's
Tiny
out.
house.
Oh yes, tiny house.
Tiny house
The
help
Hope
us
Center.
close up the summer. The
The
Hope Center.
Yes, they did. We did.
Yes.
We was able to do 3 showers over there at the Hope Center. We did the first Saturday and the third Sunday, and we ended last April 7th was our last one that Saturday. So we even gave showers in the rain. People still wanting to take showers in the
I
rain.
think through the whole summer we only missed one day, and that was Father's Day weekend that I can recall.
Yes, that was at the RNC.
Yeah, at the RC. Until I was like, I haven't even had a summer. I told other little Flora she owed me some makeup because you know my make like I have to change when the season change.
Yes.
I got darker fast and I was supposed to get darker from out there in those showers. I was like, girl, you made me have to change everything.
She told me I want my summer back.
I want my summer back. Can I get my summer back? My summer was gone, and I just been slinging showers.
It was no hot girl summers over here at ODC. It was hot girl shower time.
It was hot girl mercy showers time. Let me tell you what. But you know what? And then every Sunday, every time we were out there,
it was more people.
it was more people. And the last time we were at the RSC, I think that exceeded my expectation. I know we did at least 30 to 40 showers that day.
Yeah, we did.
We ran out of towels. Bishop had to go to the storage and get more towels out.
Yes, and that's like I said. We offer. We don't just offer showers. We also offer clean clothes, and we also want to feed them as well.
Yeah.
So, shout out to my nephew.
Yes.
And all the sorority.
Nigel. Oh, yes.
The whole sorority group that came
The
out.
whole sorority group. I think it was.
Thank you, Lord, for bringing them back to my memory.
Thank you, Lord. That's why I'm talking to God now, Lord. Bring back every volunteer to my remembrance while we sitting here.
And Nigel was faithful. He came a couple of times.
Nigel came a couple of times. Nigel Moffitt. He actually, I think he's interning at the RC. So he came a couple of times to help us, and he got the sorority there.
Yep.
And so I want to read Acts 20 and 35. It says, in all things I've shown you that by working hard in this way, we must help the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus. How he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. It is more blessed to give than to receive. So as we begin to close, I want Elder LaFleur to give us the vision for phase 2 of Mercy Showers.
Whew. Okay, so phase 2, it's always going to be the phase to eventually grow to be able to purchase the shower trailer where you just pull up to the truck and it's already there. But until if when the Lord can succeed and we go right into it next year, we can get that phase 2. That's the overall phase that I'm looking for Mercy Shower. But if that's not God's will for and timing for the actual shower trailer, I'm looking to also purchase at least 2 more showers that we have to start off the next season with. Just looking for more locations to go where I know people reached out to us in High Point. So if we know any locations where you have homeless community, we also looking to broaden our location reach to be able to be a help to the homeless community, like to different locations we're looking for, not just in Greensboro, even in Greensboro, if it's on the other side of town. Just please inbox us and let us know, and we are looking for that for phase 2 for next year as well. So just looking to continue to grow and grow and grow. Because I see us traveling to different states, just to be a help. Yeah. Just to be a help to, so my always goal is to be the hands and the feet of Jesus. And whether that's even if I pack up the showers and we give 2 showers and people just need clothes, hey, we got that too. Or people they're just hungry, we have that too. So like I said, just to meet the need in the earth, to be to be who God has designed us to be as Christians. We're just not meant to just stay in the 4 walls. He said, go out in the hedges and compel them to come.
Yeah.
So we go out and they might not come to your brick and mortar building, but you still can come to Jesus whatever event that you're doing, every outreach that you're doing.
Yes.
And then the end goal is to bring them to meet Jesus.
Yeah. And we would have gospel music playing. And I remember our first day at the RC, one of the young ladies, as she walked in the shower, she just started crying.
Yeah.
Before she even took her clothes off, she just put her bag down and she just started crying. And she was like, I needed this. She was like, I needed this. I think about the man that amputee,
Amputees,
you
yes.
know, with no legs, and he came to the
And he came
showers.
faithfully.
He came faithfully. The first time he came, I just want to share these testimonials. The first time he came up to the showers and he rolled himself up and he looked in there. He said, I want to get in it, but I don't know if I can. He was nervous. But we had two members of our congregation that used to be CNAs.
Hmm.
And so they stepped up to the plate immediately. And they was like, well, we can help him if that's what he wants to do. And so, and even when Kingdom came, you know, the men, even when Faith Zone came, because he came faithfully
Yes.
every time we were out there, he came. He even came down to the Hope Center.
Down to the Hope Center.
Yeah,
Yep.
and so we had volunteers there. They didn't come saying, "Oh, I'm just here to shower the amputee." But when the need showed up, they stepped up.
Yeah.
And I remember Sister Jamira saying, "Pastor, trust me, he is not gonna fall." I was like, "Please
Yes.
watch him. Be careful with him. You know, we don't want nothing bad to happen." And she was like, "Calm down. He's gonna be okay." So I mean, and when they come out the shower, I remember one man went in there, and he said, "I don't know what y'all doing," but he said, "But when I went in, it was like the presence of God is in here."
Oh,
And when he
wow.
came out the shower, as me and Bishop prayed with him, he said, "It's time for me to make a change."
Oh, wow.
Just the water coming
the
over his
water.
body. And then you remember it was one lady that was in the shower that was really struggling with schizophrenia, and
Yes.
she was in the shower and she was talking to the spirits, or either the voice in her head, and I
Yeah.
just began to walk around the shower and I just began to pray,
Yes.
Lord, let the water soothe her.
Yes.
You know, Lord, let the water. So although we're there praying, we don't force it. We just ask, you know, can we pray with you?
Yes.
And most of the time, we don't have to ask. Like we was at the Hope Center.
Yeah.
I sat down beside the lady. She didn't want to shower. She didn't want no
Need somebody to
clothes.
talk to.
She just wanted somebody to talk to. And so she said, "Well, are you all praying with people too?" And I said, "Girl, we got prayers on tap around
Yes.
here. Okay, we always got prayers on tap."
Yes.
And so she was with her family. Talk about in the RC the families when we first
Yes.
saw the families out there. And we can wrap up. Y'all just hang with us for a little bit long. We can wrap up.
Like sometimes, like, and people just think, you know, when they think about homeless community, they don't think about having people that has whole families. And the RSC, they have in the back parking lot where we set up is where they have safe parking for people who sleep in their cars. And one Saturday we came out there, I remember it was like 4 families that had kids that were sleeping in their cars. And the mom was like, well, and my kids just take a shower, you know, I'm gonna let them take a shower and I'll be okay. I was like, well, we have a, you know, and so I didn't, like, time I had like a little bitty boy, I didn't have clothes for. We got in the car and I went and bought him some clothes.
The volunteers, Elder LaFleur got missed, and I was like, "Where's she at?" She went to buy clothes. Other volunteers went to buy clothes.
I mean, we had
for these
volunteers take
kids.
off shoes off their feet to give to the people because we didn't have their shoe size.
Yes.
You know, Bishop gave his shoes up. Sister Brittany gave her shoes up. I mean, I ain't talking about like no rundown shoes. These are nice shoes they took off their. Bishop Bradshaw took his shoes off and gave them to a man.
Yes.
Cause we didn't have their sizes. So, like I said, you just, I mean, it's just mind blowing. And like I said, like, and the people they just be so grateful. So grateful, and I mean, like, and it just made the men cry when they took off their shoes and gave them to them. It was like, you don't gotta do that. And it was like, it's okay. They just, and one man, I mean, the man that Bishop Bradshaw gave his shoes to, he was sitting down. I don't think he showered yet, and he was trying on some shoes that we didn't have enough to fit his size, and his feet was so swollen. And Bishop Bradshaw, well, he took off his shoes. Said, hey man, can you wear these? And he was like, you give me your shoes off your feet. And he was like, if you can fit them, you can have them. And it was a pair of Converse, black and white Converse. I'll never forget it. And the man put his foot in them, and they fit because his feet was swollen. The man just bent down in a chair. He just started to bawl and cry. He said, I don't have any good shoes. My feet hurt so bad.
Wow.
And Mr. Bradshaw said, they yours, man. He gave him a hug. Little things like that will give you hope. I promise you. If we just continue to do God's work,
Yes.
in outreach and in the community, God was going to meet and supply and supersede. Just to see the gratitude is enough. If the Lord never blessed me with nothing else, but just see people be grateful, and the gratitude and the tears of happiness is enough for me on why I continue to push and do it. I always like say we was tired because it was a long busy season. I was like, man, I remember saying, Lord, when is the last? October 7th. Come on, Jesus. Cause I know I was tired. My volunteers was tired. I know my home church, cause they've been rocking me from the very first time in the season. So
Our men
yeah,
have been unloading showers. And let me
loading
tell
them
you
up, rolling
something,
them off,
loading
rolling
them
them
up,
up.
rolling them up, filling up water tanks.
Yes,
I mean, Brother Moffitt turned into a mechanic with these heaters back there that will go out, go in.
yes,
And so tonight I wanted to focus. Normally on Tuesday night anyway, it's our Giving Tuesday. And so we asked everybody to give $5 towards our CSI, which is Community Service Impact. But tonight we are really, really ramping up asking for donations and volunteers and partners because we want to get to that phase two of our
yes,
mercy showers. And so with that being said, November 28th is on a Tuesday, is our Giving Tuesday. We are setting this Tuesday aside to really, 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 really
really.
ask you to partner with us. We need our goal to get us to phase two of Mercy Showers. We need at least $40,000, and that's at least $40,000 to get us towards our phase two. So we're asking everybody individually to give $240. Now, how we do $5 a Tuesday. That's $20 a month. November the 28th, we're asking everybody that's watching the live, we're asking all of our members to ask to get 10 people, 5 to 10 people to partner with us November the 28th so that we can blow up and put our first little, little thermometer on the wall to get us closer to our $40,000
Yes,
goal. Listen, we need partners. We need companies that will give us, that will donate, that will partner with us $1,000. If we could get, if we could get 40 people, 40 companies, 40 churches, 40 nonprofits to donate $1,000, we'll be right there at our goal. So November the 28th is our big Giving Tuesday. I need you. We need you. The world, the community needs you. If to trust God and partner with Overcoming Deliverance Center with $240.